Hello and welcome to the burrow. This is the Mad Hare, and this is Flotsam. Hope I'm saying that right. So Flotsam is a game where I guess it's post-apocalyptic. Everything's gone bad, and it's basically Waterworld. Um, but it's a resource collection game. You send your guys out, they swim around, they collect stuff, and you have to build stuff off of that stuff. Stuff. A lot of stuff. Um, it's a lot like Oxygen Not Included, if you've played that game before. And it's all about resource management, and having the right amount of materials to do what you need to do. It is a development copy. This is a early access game, so many of the features that will probably be present in the final copy are not present in this copy, obviously. Um, and there are some issues and things that they need to implement here in this game, but it is a fun first experience, um, especially Oxygen Not Included. I played Oxygen Not Included, and that game is great, um, but it's the world is very inside this rock, right? And so it's fun to be able to play a game where it's kind of outside, but it's the same style, but it's like outside in the world, and you can kind of see the world around you. Um, Flotsam is also interesting because not only do you build on the one place that you are are situated in, but you can also move to other locations along a track, um, a la uh, um, what's that game? Vicious Bastards. Oh no, sorry, Void Bastards. Sorry, Void Bastards. You can go along a track, and in particular locations, there will be different things that you can pick up, or use, or gather. So you have to kind of make the decision on what path you want to take in the game. Pretty cool. So, without further ado, let's jump on right in. Rubbleton on Sea. So, well, that's it then. Garbage floods wiped away our village. Perhaps we should stop sticking on these useless rocks and go explore. Who needs land? These endless blue waves, that's all we need. The flooded world is our oyster. Let's polish this plastic into beautiful pearls. If only we weren't out of fuel. Ugh. What should we call our new town? Well, if this was a stream, I would get y'all's opinion. But I'm gonna make it. Well, why not? Rabbiton. There we go. That's it. Yep. Okay, so let me really quickly run through this screen for you because it's a little confusing. Um, at the top you have your food reserves, your water reserves, um, and your missions are on the right here. So the mission is to get uh, get a sailboat and go over to the, or get a rowboat, a salvage boat, and go over to this island, and you can salvage these items. Now, your town here is surrounded by scrap. All of this stuff is collectible. All the stuff in the water, right? So you see here that this is plastic waste, wet wood. You got some fish over here. These fish is jumping. Fish be jumping. Here's the island where that mission is at. Now, around your town, there's a radius. See this circle right here. Now, your swimmers, your divers, can only go swimming. Their own personal power to swim is only in this radius. So they can get items, they can get stuff, but it's only within this radius. You need a boat if you want to get stuff outside this radius. Now, here's the build menu. Build stuff. You can build stuff. It's fun. Research. Let me get rid of the build menu. Research. I think research needs to be expanded upon. Um, Also, you can choose any of this at any time, which is kind of brutal because, like, if you choose this right here, water container. Oh, I could get some more. I could get a water container so I can get more water, right? Well, actually, or this small water container so I can get more water, right? Well, this actually requires this because this is a building that allows you to build pipe. So there's no like, there's no way to, other than experience, there's no way to know what to get and what not to get in order, you know. So um, also I found like this upgrade would probably be kind of useless until late game because uh, you just don't get enough materials to satisfy. Um, so anyway, once you get a sail, you can sail along this path. See, this is very much like Void Bastards, right? So you flow along this path, and in certain locations there are different things. So for example, here there are villagers, so you can get more villagers. And there's an abandoned town, so you can look for stuff. Here there's fresh water, so you can get a good supply of water. You get oil, so you can go along these paths. And there's also an abandoned town, so it's pretty cool. Um, I like the concept of this flowing path. Um, so anyway, let's get started. I know I've been talking a lot. So in order to pick up stuff, you have to throw down buoys, a salvage buoy, right? So we're gonna get some plastic. Yeah, let's get this plastic first. Let's enlarge it. And I also want the wet wood over here. One thing that's pretty cool about this game is in order to use the wood, you have to dry it. So there's a whole another step. You can't just pick up the wood and be like, okay, I'll slap down something. No, you also have to dry it. It's pretty brutal. Now, while my people go out and collect things, see they're collecting stuff right now. Oh look, they're picking up stuff and they're bringing it back. Um, you can build walkways, which extend outward. Um, they have to construct them. They're made out of plastic. It's pretty interesting. Um, so we're gonna try to. So in this first location, you really have to worry about resource management because, and getting things done quickly because there's not a lot of materials here in this place. Um, so you really have to work through getting where you're gonna getting what you're gonna get quickly. So this right here is a drying rack. Now, drying racks have two purposes. You dry wood, so you can use it in buildings, and you can also dry fish, which allows it to become food. I'm gonna put this for wood. I'm gonna extend my platform more. Yeah, there we go. Here to say here. We can put a storage container here because I'm getting a little bit high on storage. And all of this stuff is I do appreciate the amount of tutorials, reading, stuff that you can read in order to figure out what's going on in this game. It's pretty cool. They've clearly put a lot of thought into what needs to be done. Let's get another drying rack on a bit of a curve there. So yeah, so the early game, like I said, you have to kind of be quick about stuff because there's no way for you to make water and um, a food yet. You literally have to buy a mooring point in order to do all of this stuff. So um, boats are hard to come by. I am going to no. Hold on, I have to get the recipe. Um, how are we doing on storage? We're doing fine. Let's start building beds. The people need to sleep. They sleep better in beds. This is kind of obvious. Get the most out of this. Okay, I'm gonna cancel this marker because I want them to go over and get the plastic waste. Ooh, I'm running low on plastic waste. So yeah, see, you have to really manage this first part because you may not have a lot of plastic waste around in order to get to your salvage boat. So if you want, you need the boat to get the sail to get out of here, right? To move on to the next location. So it's very important that you really, um, figure out what you need to get and do it. Let's put that. See, so sometimes, so here's my one criticism. Sometimes people just freeze like this and they stop doing stuff. Um, I'm not sure if that's a feature because there's not enough stuff for them to do. Because there's clearly they could go swimming. Um, I'm just not sure if, um, see, like this guy's just like sitting around. I'm not sure if that's a game feature. Like, only one person. Like, I'm wondering in this game if only one person can go to a buoy, right? Um, like, oh, you're the only person who can go to this buoy. Go ahead and do it, type of thing. Let's build some rope. Because I need some rope for the mooring point, which gives me a boat. We're gonna put the mooring point here. Get my boat ready. So yeah, the pathing of the people needs to work. I was playing some practice games earlier, and one of my boats capsized, but there's not like a system where they capsize, right? So it was just upside down. He wasn't dying or anything, and he was literally trying to row himself back to town upside down. Um, it was very bizarre. So there are a few kinks to to um, to work out, but it's a good early access. This is a pretty good early access game. Um, throw down these beds so they can go to sleep on their beds, and I don't feel bad about you know them not sleeping well. I need 4 more scrap, and then I'll have the salvage boat, which is important. So, yeah. I wish there was a way to, maybe I'm not seeing it, but I wish there was a way to prioritize things. So, um, say you really needed scrap or you really needed wood, you could, like, tell a villager to go get it. Like, do you need to do it now? Like, particularly with like water generation and food generation. If you really need food or you really need water, I think it would be cool to have a priority button where you could tell them, hey, you need to go do this. So I'll just plop down a boat. They have to build the boat, and then the boat's available. I'm gonna set um, Sammy, Flot, Scally, and Sponge. Great names. I'm gonna set Sammy to landmark salvaging and investigating. So he'll go out in the boat, and then he's also be my salvage guy. Um, yeah, and then I guess Scally will be my Sally will be my water person. Yeah. So, yeah, let me go back to that menu. So this is Drifter Duties menu. If you've played uh, Rim World or any of those type of games, this should be very, you know, uh, very obvious to you about what this is showing. But basically, this this allows you to set jobs for your various people. Let's go salvage the stuff. Um, this allows you. So this right here is a landmark scavenging, salvaging, and investigating. So if I click on a mission and send someone out, they'll go and do that. Construction duties is pretty obvious. Let me pause. Crafting at workshops, you craft the crafting stuff. Water gathering and desalinating. There we go. Um, which I will buy right now and plop down. So, yay. I still need one more bed. Uh, basically, water production, cooking duties. I haven't really gotten into cooking yet. There's a research right here which allows you to cook. Makes fish a nutritional value of 1 instead of a nutritional value of 0.5 for just drying them. But again, I haven't really gotten that far yet in the game. Hauling, obviously, moving things from point A to point B, and then fishing is getting into the fishing boat and going to fish, obviously. Yeah. Fun times. I'm going to start making some firewood because this thing, the distiller, needs fire in order to work. Now, I do have a problem a little bit. It's not a big, huge problem, but it's a little problem with how expensive firewood is. For example, you get 1 firewood per 1 dry wood. I think that's a little bit of a steep thing. I think it's very steep of a cost because it takes a lot of work and effort to get dry wood. Excuse me. It takes a lot of effort and time to get dry wood. I would think that you would get more out of the dry wood than you do. That might be a design thing. That might be a thing with like a punishment thing. It's like, oh, you're gonna have to work really hard to get this wood. But at the same time, I don't feel like it's not balanced yet very well. 1-to-1 seems a little bit harsh. Let's go ahead and build the last bed. Now once they bring the salvage up, so like this kind of thing, like I wish I could just click on the boat and be like, hey, I need someone to haul this now, right? But unfortunately there's no button that allows me to do that. Let's put down some more markers. Let's put on a salvage marker here. Do I need another? No, I'm not gonna need it. I have my watering plant about being built. Yeah, it takes a long time to get to this building right here. I mean, you can get it earlier. You can get it at any time with just wood and plastic, but it's expensive. And the flow of the game, it feels like this is like the time to get it, if you get my drift. No, I'm gonna save that. They still see like they still haven't pulled this stuff off the boat, so I can't build the sail. Yeah, priority menu would be fantastic to have. I know I could set someone to just hauling, but still. Slap the sail on the back, and now we can move, if we so choose. And we will probably choose to do so. I'm gonna build a couple more beds because in the next place you get a couple new villagers, so I might as well do it. Now, what's cool about this is you can just make one, or you can just queue it, auto queue it to do it every single time. I like the auto queue better. I find the auto queue much more satisfying. We're getting there. I'm gonna put a mooring point over here. I'm gonna go meh, and I'm gonna put another mooring point. Get a fishing boat, and then I'll probably move on to the next place. Get a fishing boat. I'll probably start from here. Build 2 more drying racks on this side, because what's interesting about this is that when you build, when the fishing boat goes and gets fish, the fisherman doesn't just put the fish back in, like doesn't just go, oh, I've just got these fish, I'll put them on the drying rack now. No, they actually put them into the main base. So the closer to the main base your drying racks are, the less distance they have to haul. Okay, I really need to get someone to work on water. But yeah, see, there's just so much stuff to do. No one's doing the water. I think the 1-to-1 on firewood is a little bit expensive. I need the more people. That's what I need. Need the more people in the next section. If you are using the distiller constantly, it pays off pretty well. But you really have to use it constantly. I'm just gonna put this guy on full duty here. Ah, I need rope. That's right. Whoopsie. Rope is expensive too. 2 dry wood for a rope. And it feels kind of weird to be using dry wood for a rope. You know what? I'm gonna move. Moving on. Moving over here. Now the first thing I want to do immediately is get these two people. And the reason I want to do that is the more people running around doing stuff. And I can really just put this person onto water only. We'll throw down another mooring point here. Now, water is going to become a problem because no one's doing anything with it. Whoops. Water is deeply becoming a problem. Let's salvage. Wow, this place doesn't have a lot of stuff. There's some plastic way out here, but we need wood right now. Yeah, see, my my water's already low. So, I'm gonna tell this person their only job is to make water for the rest of their life. Now, while I think a salvage boat would be another salvage boat would be a great addition, I feel like I need a fishing boat more. Let's grab the fishing boat, and then we'll put someone up on the fishing duties. And Sponge can just do everything. Now I do need drying racks, so I actually need the salvage boat to go over here. Okay, now here's a thing that happens, right? So you send your salvage boat out, and it's going out into a location, and then you cancel that location. They'll actually return all the way back to base before going back out. That's a little annoying. Um, it would be nice if there was some pathing that allowed it to, you know, do better. Do that better. Yep, see, like this guy is stuck. He's not doing anything. He's just sitting there doing nothing. Now he's gonna eat my food. It's kind of brutal. So yeah, so pathing and working at the same time on stuff seems like stuff that they could fix. Here. And also the water generation is a little bit long. It takes a little bit long to go up, you know, to get all this water done. And then of course the cost of firewood is really expensive. I need the salvage boat to go out and get me some more plastic. Plastic also, I know it's a resource management game, right? I'm not complaining about the lack of supplies because that's the whole point. But it does seem like plastic could be more plentiful, or you could collect more for going out and getting it. throw down a rack here. And this will be my first fish rack. Fish rack. I am barely hanging on with water right now. Excuse me. I'm barely holding on. So one thing I've noticed is that all of these things have durability. I'm not sure how that's going to play in, like, how that goes down. I wonder if there will be at some point in their update cycle, like storms or raiders or something that comes in and damages your buildings. That would be pretty cool. But then again, that would be another thing that you'd have to manage. So cool but brutal at the same time. Okay, I'm going to ixnay the plastic waste and get some material. I need another salvage boat. But see, like, there's not enough materials in order to get all of the stuff that you need in order to do all the stuff you need to do. So, it's a little annoying. But, you know, that's the point of the game. But, like, but see, the balance is a little off, right? In my feeling. Like, when you play Oxygen Not Included, you have everything that you're gonna have in that area, and the cost of the stuff that you build is reflective of the environment that you live in, right? So to have only X number of scrap or whatnot, it feels like maybe they could make it a little bit more forgiving in that regard, just so that at least in the early game, like where you still have, you know, this, you know, in the first couple or 3 areas, they could make it so that's a little bit more forgiving. Yeah, a little bit more forgiving. Like, see, I've run out of wood. I've run out of wood to get dry wood, so it's very brutal. I'm gonna be fine on fish, and I think this person's bringing back water. Yeah. I should probably send this guy out to salvage this, because there might be food or stuff there. So once he comes back and brings back this 10 wet wood, I'm gonna go and salvage this location, and then I'll probably move on to the next location. Which, if we open our map, has a lot of fresh water. Yay! So that's a big thing, because you can go salvage it, and it's like 20 big water, something like that. 20 water. So we'll get all this wood, and now we'll go salvage the town. There he goes. Oh, no, he's picking up the wood. There he goes. All this wood is going to directly turn into... You know, I should probably give this guy something to do while he's not, you know, hauling or constructing. Let's see, yeah, this happens a lot. This happens a lot. It is early access. Guys just standing around doing nothing. That's fine, though. Like I said, it is early access, so... It has room to grow. The AI has room to grow. But yeah, let's take a look at the town from this side, maybe. You got the wood and the fish drying racks, and you got your sail. I've got your cool places. Oh look, you came back with tons of dry wood. That's awesome. Because that means more firewood. Ah, so sometimes you can go to a place and you'll actually find um, skill points. Not skill points, research points. And these research points allow you to research. Um, so it's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna go for this scrapsmith first, because I don't know where you get metal scrap. I'm pretty sure you just metal scrap is only found in places like shack towns and stuff. Um, actually, I might hold on to my research points just to see what the next village gives me, because like see the fish kebab, you have to have metal scrap to build. So I'm just not sure. No, and this is very expensive too. Um, but he's going back to scavenge more. Look, we got more dry wood. That's awesome. More dry wood means more firewood, which means more water, which is very important. Look at my water; it's at 3. Once he's finished with this, I'll just move on to the next place. Let's go get some more fish. Where are my fish? Where be the fish? Ah, there's some fish. Water, water everywhere, not a drop to drink is the name of the game. I think once I get another batch of villagers, I'll pull another group to salvage, and I'll build another distiller. I have 2 water. Oh. Yeah, water is a problem. But the next place has fresh water. I'll be able to, um, you know, get a few more. That is a big whale thing. If you want to know, that is what the whale says. Like, I do like how all of the beds, all of these beds have this like little donkey on them, like a little donkey plush toy. So yeah, we have a bunch of water sitting there, and I can't pick it up yet because no one wants to pick it up. You would think, you would think that if someone came along and they had barrels, oodles of water. Ah, here it goes. There they go. Da, 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 da. Make some more firewood. Ooh, I found 3 canned food. Canned food is great because that adds 1 nutritional value to this number. So while my food reserves are slightly low, because these fish right here only provide a point, sorry, 0.5 to this number. That's why it's at 9.5 right now. So getting this canned food is really good because I'll actually be able to boost this number quite significantly for a while. Hmm. I think they need more research and more ways to get research points. So, basically more buildings. I'm just not sure how often I'm going to be getting metal scrap. And you need firewood for it, so it's kind of brutal. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you would need wood in order to do, you know, anything. Yeah, I've kind of stalled out on the plastic waste that I'm supposed to get, just because um, while plastic waste is important, I don't really need to build anything right now. I just need to worry about my water reserves. Which is kind of a shame, right? So like I wish there was a way to get plastic scrap like naturally without having to send out a salvage boat, because I would love to be building this base up, right? But I can't build the base up because in order to do so I have to send someone out to go get this way out here. Um, but yeah, so just a little bit of a shame. Nibblefish. Ah, that's done. Wonderful. So that means once this guy comes back with the food, I will move on to the next location. Basically, because I really want more water. That water number is scary, and I really need to be able to go get some plastic scrap. Yep, so let us move on. First thing we do, we pause. Okay. First thing we do here is salvage the water. And then the second thing we need to do is put the fisher down. The third thing we need to do is salvage this stuff. I don't need wood. Well, I will need wood, but I need the plastic stuff in order to make another scrapper boat. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, unpause. Go about your business, please. It is really nice that this fish is like, this fish thing is right here. I'm doing fine for food. It's the water that's brutal right now. But that'll change in a second once I get all of this wonderful water. And he goes up. He's like, oh, the water, it's so waterful. Oh, the water, it rains from above. Let's make a couple. I still have enough right now to make the mooring point once I have enough plastic. And that is something I will do immediately. Once that water, look how this, look at the water's just sitting here like, look at me, I'm water. It's still sitting there like, look at me, I'm water. There they go. Now go get me my scrap. Oh no, he's gonna go back to the water thing. Okay, let's speed it up a bit. Once he's done with this water tower. So let's see if we can go find some like metal scrap somewhere. Wet wood. Wet wood. Here's a huge pile of that stuff. Another. Ooh, this is actually much closer than that other salvage. Hold on. Where did I put down that marker? That's pretty close too. No, we'll just... Okay, yeah, I did put down that marker there. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so the water is done. Now he's going out to salvage that, which is fantastic. Now I have a lot of water. I'm gonna try to hold off on using it for a while until I get this salvage so I can make up another mooring point so I can get another salvage boat. Yay! Mooring point. And as soon as I can, the salvage boat. And then this guy can also help salvage. When he feels like it. Hey, salvage boat. Because we need wood. Put him on 3 so he'll actually go out and do it. And I've got another salvage boat. Yep, and he's already taken it. Wonderful. I do have to say, this particular, this time I've actually, this feels a lot better than, the other times I've played this game. Feels like my experience playing it earlier has really helped me, figure out what I need to do in particular times. It's a little challenging at the beginning to figure out, like, you know, the resource management aspect of it. Yep, getting some plastic. Finally, I should say. I don't need more walkway. I might want to build more beds though. To which I need wood. I do need wood. I'm gonna go scout and salvage this. Okay, let's open my map. Now you need oil in order to get to the next place, so yeah. So you have to go to get the oil from the oil derrick thing. Now I'm wondering what animals are in this game. I know I've gone this way before and I've gotten the villagers, but I'm wondering what animals are. Like, do they help you? Do they attack you? I mean, I haven't seen anything for like an attack type thing, so. Maybe it's just food. Maybe animals is just a larger supply of food. We'll see. We'll go that way. I'm okay trying new things. Da-da-da-da. Oh, I've got 3 wood, 7 canned food, and 10 ability points. So now I have 8 search research points. 8 search research. God, I can't speak. 8. Ah. Okay, so that requires screws, which requires this, so it requires metal scrap, right? I'm gonna get this. I do have enough wood now. Yeah, I'm gonna unlock this. I need metal. Yeah, I just need metal. Let's make more firewood. Let's put another drying rack here for Nope, you know what? I'm doing fine with fish. Let's go salvage this. Ooh! Storage! I need another storage! Storage! Oh no, guys, my water reserves are low again. Who would have thunk that? It would be kind of cool if you could like specify into each storage what you want. Oh, you can. That's cool. Okay, people be working. People be working hard. Um, Water reserves are low again. I might want to build another distiller, like right here maybe. But nah, I don't think I need it yet. Okay, because since we have the oil, I'm ready to move on. Let's move. We'll go the animal route here. Just to see what it is. Okay. Let's go get this seagull. And then we'll salvage this. Go! Okay, so now what does this guy do for me? Oh, he hauls! Oh, that's awesome! He needs a bed! Oh, I must make him a bed. So, that's really... So, the bird is just another villager, basically. But he can fly, which makes him... But the only problem with him is he can only carry um, one inventory at a time. Huh. But he can fly, so that's the positive thing about him. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. Let's build this out. 8. Let's build some more firewood. Now I think the next use of my time, probably solar still. Let's just make the solar still now. This thing is a huge piece of work, but it passively makes water, so that's pretty cool. Now raw seaweed is an interesting thing. Raw seaweed is used in like, I think it's this one, yeah, food, fishing nets. You use seaweed and you catch fish. So I guess it's an easier way to catch fish, I guess. Oh, I didn't like put my salvage ports or anything. Hold on. We need wood right now, so we'll do that. Um, and someone's going over here to salvage the the stuff off the viaduct. But we're still gonna need more plastic. So let's put that out here. Yeah, that seems good. Let's go. So, now, the solar still is actually, it's not as, um, it doesn't fill up as quick. I do wish there was a way to make it like a dual solar still, like you could upgrade it with scrap or something. Like I think a lot of these early buildings could benefit from having ways to upgrade them. Excuse me. Um, that would be kind of cool if there was like an upgrade function. Where do we want to go next? Abandoned town might be cool. Moving on to the fresh water might be cool. Going here first and then going here might be kind of useful. Another villager there. I'll probably go here then there. For the supplies, for the food. I'm fine on firewood. Okay guys, well, I'm about, I've just hit the hour mark on my video, almost there. So I think that's where I'm gonna leave it, today with, Flotsam episode 1 here. But I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you have, please leave me a like, or comment, or subscribe below. And, yeah, come back and join me, next time, you know, when we, delve deeper into Flotsam, figure out more stuff and research more things and get things better up and running. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me, and I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.